Hi, everybody. Early one this week, Monday night. I just like to mix it up and confuse you all. How's everyone's Monday been? I've been at work all day and I travelled everywhere today. It was very busy. Hi, Benny. How you going? I have to call you one day because I never get to call you. I'm always flat out and so are you. So this week, we've only got the one show booked in this week because I can't do some lives later in the week. I've got a few things going on, but we will be back next week with some more shows. But tonight we've got Travis Collins joining us. He's got some shows coming up that we wanted to have a chat about and have a bit, see what else he's got for the rest of the year. We might welcome him into the room. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little tired. I've driven from Brisbane back down to the Hunter Valley today. We had first three shows since March on the weekend, and it was so good to play music again to people instead of looking at a laptop, which is this is cool, and this is kept me going most of the year. But man, it's just playing to people, feeling that energy. It's awesome.
On the boat. You were back on the boat doing another river cruise.
Yeah, well, we did another river bender, which is a glorified booze cruise, really. You just fill it up with people. They're kind of half there for the music and half there just to blame the boat for their wobbly feet. But it's a good time, and it was a good way to get back into it actually because we were all a little bit rusty. It was the first time I'd even seen my band in 7 months, let alone played music together. A lot of my band live in Queensland.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. So it was just like hitting golf balls around. Some of them went that way, some of them went that way. But every now and then we got one straight down the middle and went, okay, I feel like it's coming back now. So by the time we get to Tassie, we'll be good.
You
We'll
are.
be tight ass.
You practiced well. I actually saw a few lives of you on the weekend, and they looked fantastic. It was perfect. It was. Okay. There was lots of people there. It looked good.
Excellent. Thanks.
There's loads of people popping in, and as I always say, people can ask questions, and I will try and get to as many as I can. But we've got some specific stuff we want to talk about tonight. The weekend Throwdown tour, as you said, just started this weekend, and you're heading my direction on the 12th of December, I think it is, to Mathina, and then again 13th of December at Longley.
Is that how you say it? Because I've been saying Mathina.
Mathina.
Such a mainlander, so it's Mathina.
Is that those that say Launceston? It's Launceston.
No, I'm glad. Yeah, well, I figured that out. The first couple of times down there, being from the mainland, I'd say Launceston, and a couple of people would chip me and say it's Launceston or Lonnie.
Yeah.
Okay, but I didn't know that about Mathina.
Yes, Mathina. Yep.
All
so
right.
it's what a great venue. You've been to Mathina before, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
You booked for May.
The extent of my Tasmanian adventures so far have been Lonnie, Hobart. We played the rodeo there a couple of times.
Melton Mowbray,
Melton Mowbray, yeah. We played there, and I once went up to Forth. I had a little gig at a place called Forth, which was awesome. Great pub.
Great.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing both of these venues for the first time. Of course, I've heard so much about the Longley. Good mates with the Wolf brothers, the unofficial mayors of Tamworth of Tasmania. But it's going to be a good time. We're staying the night after the show there, so I'm sure Tom's going to make sure we do some damage to our livers after the show. But,
I think so. Yeah, definitely. And it will probably even be pre-show warm-up, I imagine, down there.
Yeah. But as far as Mathina, Adam Brand told me a little bit about the place, and he had a hell of a night down there one time. And, so I've been wanting to go there too. We have the same manager, and I said, well, let's go to Tassie. Originally, we were going to do these shows in May, and they're both outdoor. And in May in Tassie would have been pretty bloody cold. So these are probably two shows this year that got rescheduled that I was glad to see get rescheduled. So
I agree. When I saw May and I was getting ready for that, I thought, oh God, that is the one time of year that I'm going to be.
I know.
We're going to be rugged up. No one's going to be moving around on stage because they've got too many clothes on.
But it's going to be good. I can't wait to get down there. Man, we're so primed. The band, there's just an energy about the boys now that I actually don't think I've ever seen in them. Like there's a whole new appreciation for playing music. And Tassie, like some of them are making their first trip down there. My good mate, opening act for this tour, Liam Brew's never been down to Tassie. So,
wow.
No, so he's a Tassie virgin. He'll be getting his first go of it in December when we come down. yeah, we can't wait. It's going to be really exciting.
That is so exciting. So I was going to talk to you about that. You've got Liam Brew and Nikki Pye supporting you. Are they
Yeah.
both going to be doing sets as well?
Oh yeah,
Before?
yeah. They'll
Yeah.
be doing their own sets. Both great artists. You know, they know how to get a crowd going as well. So then they both jump up with me. Mickey's been playing guitar in my band ever since things really got serious about 6 years
Yeah.
ago. Mickey's been my left hand guy on stage, and yeah, I love having him there. He's just such a great singer and songwriter as well.
Yeah.
So this tour was just like it was like a dream thing being able to get a couple of my mates to go on
Yeah.
the road with me. We had at the start of the year there was 40 or 45 shows locked in the weekend throwdown tour, and come March it ended up being the weekend lockdown tour, and none of us could get anywhere and do anything. So, man, we're so keen. We're so keen to fire up in Tassie.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I know lots of people have been messaging and excited about it. And I know, as you said, people are starting to jump in and buy tickets. So for those of you down here that haven't got them yet, head over and grab them when we're finished, because I think with music being so little this year.
We didn't really mention the shows for a long time. They were there and they were confirmed, but being from up here in mainland New South Wales, there's guys from Queensland. We weren't sure if we were going to get into Tassie, so with all the border closures. But it was only about 10 days ago that we went, okay, let's pull the trigger on this. Let's go for it. Where we've got all the clearances and all the permissions now. And since we did that and we've posted and we've started promoting the show, the tickets are now starting to sell quickly. So yeah, I think as we get closer, it'd be great to see them sell out. And I just think they're both going to be, beautiful summer outdoor gigs, just standing around, have your beers, yell out some songs, and just have a good time.
It's going to be great. I know a lot of people down here, we haven't been to gigs for so long. I mean, we've been lucky. We haven't been in lockdown as long as a lot of places, and we've been able to go to, pubs and things.
That's because you got it under control so much faster than everybody else.
Yeah, we've got water around us. It's so lucky.
Yeah, that's right. It's pretty easy when you're an island. You don't have to really.
Yeah. It's just bring your passport before you come in case we decide, no, we don't want you to.
That's right.
You've played everywhere, all around Australia. How do you find the Tassie crowd? Because I know I've been to gigs all over, but the Tassie crowd to me is so different, probably my home state. But, you get a lot.
Them.
Yeah.
I really love them. Like, there's a few places now as I start to establish that I really can't wait to go back to. Southeast Queensland has just been such a dream for me for a couple of years now, and just love going up there and playing. They're so noisy. Canberra in the ACT is really starting to emerge as a bit of a. I don't want to use this word because everyone gets freaked out about this word lately, but it's a hot spot for just energy. Every time I go to Canberra lately, it's like. And I got a show. I think the last show of the year is going to be Canberra.
Oh, really?
So, man, that's going to be red hot, and I think it's sold out today, or I'm not sure. I'll have to check. I haven't really done a lot of emails or anything today, but it's wild. But I tell you, the couple times that I've been down to Tassie, playing Melton Mowbray Rodeo, really met some cool people. I love the vibe. There's a real young country vibe about it. Everyone's rocking up in their camo gear and they're lifted up utes and four-wheel drives, and it's my kind of people, man. I just get excited about that shit. I love it. I just hooking in, having a good time, having some drinks and getting rowdy. It's we can be serious and all settle down on Monday when we go back to work.
That's right.
Whatever it's a Saturday night or a Sunday, let's hook in and get after it.
I love it. I can't wait, and I know there's so many people wanting to do that. You haven't really had a chance to really tour this album, the Reckoning album.
Yeah.
Has that been hard for you? I mean, obviously COVID's been so hard on everyone, but having an album out there and not really being able to get out on the road and
I know it's been a real mess with my head year because for 10 years that I've been putting out albums, it's like that's what you do. You put an album and you go and sell it, and that's the best way to do that is on the road. You're promoting it by the concerts and all that sort of stuff, but none of that happened this year. So I started doing this, turning to the laptop and playing to people through online gigs. We did a couple that were actually with some of my band members that could get over the border. We did a couple of like proper shows that we streamed, but man, it's been a really different year. Not in a bad way. It's really opened my eyes to how you can still connect with your followers and your fans, your friends, and
Yeah.
your family. Like, you know, most of my family down in Sydney, and the only way I could really keep in touch with them was using the phone a lot more, or doing a video call, or FaceTime, or something like that. And it's been an interesting time for that, and it's really
Yeah.
helped me. And I don't want to put that away either when we go back on the road. It's easy to get busy playing on tour, but you know, the online way is you can play to everyone everywhere. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think now the challenge is when we do get back on the road, finding a way to mesh the two together to be able to go, okay,
Yeah.
let's do something from Longley. Let's grab
Yeah.
something and we can film like 5 or 10 minutes and put that out to everybody that couldn't
I,
be there.
I
That's all
was
over the country.
I think Country Kickback was hoping we could do some of that. We would love
Okay,
to see you live and out there
all right,
at these shows. So we could definitely work something out.
for
But
sure.
I was going to say, like, you know how you want to keep that going. I think one thing Australian music can be so proud of, and I honestly think we've done it the best, is we've learnt to connect. We've learnt to work around something that's been put in front of us that you just think
Yeah.
you can't get over. And it's made me really proud to see the industry has said, no, I'm not stopping. We're going to make this work.
Well, it's made me really proud as an Australian to see that you know, there was a point where all of us, no matter what state we live in, it was the case here. It was the case, I'm sure, in Tassie. It's the case in Queensland, and especially the case in Victoria. I know that there was points where we got frustrated with our leaders, and we were just like, "What is going on here?" But when you really step back and just put our personal opinions aside, you realise that the results that they've got for us, like we're
Yeah.
almost, apart from a little blip today on the radar for South Australia, which I know they'll work through. Apart from, you know, the odd case here in quarantine that's come from overseas, Australia has we're almost out of the woods, and that we shouldn't get complacent about it. But
No.
we've done so well, and these leaders, man, they've done the hard thing, and some of them are probably going to lose their next term, but
Yeah.
they've done, I think, what was the right thing for us. And you know, at one point, Australia and, you know, the UK had similar numbers, and we enforced lockdowns, and they
That's right.
didn't. And you look at the situation now; it's just like, man,
Yeah.
it gave me the shits at the time that I had to stay
Yeah.
home and not do any gigs or anything. But we're going to be
No,
back at it a lot sooner than everyone, and I'm
I
grateful
think
for
so.
that.
I think, you know, I've said it all along. I would not, you could not pay me enough to be in politics at this time. That
Oh
they've
my God,
There was no win. They could not
yeah.
win everybody over, but they had to do what they did. And I think, yeah, our results have shown that
You
they've
got
done a
probably
real,
the second hardest job at the moment, right after the you know, the frontline workers in the health
yeah,
sector. So,
yes,
man,
exactly.
phenomenal. Just yeah, just grateful to live in a country where everyone just put on their big boy pants
Yeah,
and just get on with it. If we have to lock down, that's what we did, and we just got on with it. And
and
now look at us, we're just
yeah,
a country united, and we're getting back to
Christmas,
playing gigs again.
exactly, exactly. Benny has asked, have you got any plans to play in Victoria in 2021?
Oh shit, yeah, yeah. We got some big plans for Vicky, and the second we can get down there, we've got some stuff that we want to announce. Always love coming down to Victoria. The last time I've been very spoilt. The last couple of times I've been there, the last few gigs I've done there have been the Palms at Crown. That was the last two times, and then I went down there and played Rod Laver with Tim McGraw.
Oh,
So
yes, that's right.
I don't know where we go from there. I'm hoping whatever we do, people are going to come and watch us, because we're not going to be at the Rod Laver, I don't think. But maybe we'll do the Palms again and get
Yeah.
everyone to come out of the woods, and let's have the hillbillies take over the city for a night.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of footage of you at the Rod Laver when you were opening up for Tim, and honestly, I don't think I've seen you look so happy on the stage. I mean, you always look happy, but you looked like you were having an amazing night that night.
Oh man,
Um,
it's just there's those big stages. I mean,
yeah,
my band always tell me that I look like I struggle on the little stages, like there's not enough room for me to run
true.
around, or yeah, I don't really stand still much. We get onto those big stages like Tim McGraw's or whatever, and I just like, I feel like a dog that's been let off the leash, and I just love it so much. You know, no matter where you turn, there's not just a couple of people, but there's a section of people,
Yeah,
and I love playing that side of an arena against that side of the arena,
yeah,
or room or whatever it is. Look at me talking like it's always stadiums. God, whatever the gig is, I love messing with the crowd and playing with the crowd. They're easily 50% of my performance. I'm relying
yeah,
on the
yeah,
audience to get involved as much as I'm relying on my band.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the whole point. Just get in each other's faces and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely. And they do. They really do. I mean, you've always had that amazing stage presence. You've always, from right from word go, before you won Star Maker and moving forward from there. But yeah, seeing you on that big stage, it was really, yeah,
Oh,
really
thanks.
enjoyed that. That was exciting to see. There's a lot of people popping in saying hi. Jan said, yes, please, live from Longley. There's lots of people coming in and wanting that. Um, it's hard for you. You've gone from so quickly. Your career has just kept growing since oh God, I don't even remember when I first saw you around. But
Don't
you've
curse it.
grown. Is this where you ever thought you'd see yourself coming? Heading out on the road all the time. It's your main career. Is this something that you? I know everyone wants it, but is it what you really envisioned?
I don't know if you envision it. You sort of hope for it. You dream
Yeah,
about it when you're a kid.
yeah,
You want to do that.
yeah,
And over a lot of years, especially early on, the tough years, there was jobs that I took just so I could keep driving to gigs. I'd be driving to gigs and not only not making money out of music, but for a lot of years there, I'd be going to gigs and paying a band that I couldn't afford with that gig. So I'd have a summer job or something like that,
yeah,
just because I was such a gig junkie. But I wasn't getting paid well enough to have a band that big. So I'd go to a festival and they might be paying me $500, but
yeah.
I'd have a
Carry,
a
covered
fifteen
your
hundred
airfare.
dollar band behind me or something. And
Yeah,
so there was a lot of those years where I was just like, man, it would be good one time just to, you know, make this work. And then,
yes, yeah,
with the album Hard Light in 2017, anyone who's anyone in music will always say that it comes down to songs. That's the
yeah,
thing that puts the batteries in. And I don't know, I just got really, really lucky there with some songs that came to me at the right time in my life, and people started to sing along. And next thing you know, those festivals and those bigger stages became a lot more comfortable because
yeah,
people were singing. And like I said, that 50% of the show, which is the audience, was there all of a
yeah,
sudden. So, the louder they got and the more enthusiastic they got, the louder and more enthusiastic we'd
yeah,
throw.
yes,
So it's that cycle of, what are you going to give us? If you give it to us, we're going to throw it back at you. And it's been like that since.
pretty.
Without the 7 months of 2020,
You COVID,
obviously.
yeah.
But yeah.
But you found a way around that, so that's what counts. Jared popped in and he had a question. He said, "If you could perform with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?"
Oh,
Ooh,
there's so many.
hard.
Yeah, it is so hard. I mean, I'd love to. I've always loved the vibe of Bruce Springsteen. I've seen him a couple times live. He's one of those guys that can walk out in front of 25,000 people, have no set list. He can put on a 3 hour show without really ever having a dead moment. And he's got a band that like a 10-piece band that just turn on a dime. I literally have seen him walk out and grab a cardboard sign off people in the crowd. And he does this. He walks around and he'll grab 15, 20 cardboard signs and then he just puts them up at the drums, and you can see the whole band. They don't know what song's coming next, and he'll just hold the sign up, show his band, and the band all have to quickly grab the right guitar and change all their instruments around. And he just does that Springsteen thing where before anybody's even had a chance to prepare himself, it's like, two,
Yeah,
three, and then bang, they're into it.
yeah,
As a performer,
yeah,
he's just what I love to see. As far as in the country realm, Vince Gill has
yes,
been and is a hero of mine. Probably not a big name to mainstream country as much as he was in maybe the '90s, but
yeah,
to this day, man,
yeah.
his
It's
guitar
talent.
playing, his songwriting, his vocals are just getting better. And he's a 67-year-old man now, and
Yeah.
my God, I don't think there's anyone better on the planet as a musician, and yeah, he's a phenomenal man.
Darren has just asked, he said, how's Oz Music T-shirt day
Oh
going?
shit! I tell
That,
you, man, I started this Oz Music T-shirt thing, thinking, we might raise $1,000 for the charity, and I
yeah,
might sign 20 shirts and send out 20 shirts. But we're on our way to $15,000, and
that is incredible.
as of today, we've ticked over 13 grand for the organisation, and we've still got like a week to go. So I actually changed the target up to $15,000. So, and I'm confident that all these
You're
crazy flamingos that are in the house, we're going to get there. And yeah, I'm going to find a way that in the next few days that we're going to get there. Gee, we could
yeah.
probably even swing for 20 if
I
we
reckon
really want to have a crack.
that's a goal. That's definitely a goal, and we might share some information on that when we finish here as well. So keep an
Yeah, for
eye out
sure.
for comments, because you're always giving. You've always got something in your mind with your music. You give so much to places with bushfires. There's always something, and I think that's part of this industry as well. And I think it's just great because you see all the fans are giving too. It's just amazing.
Yeah, well, you know what? For me, I think with any position of public,
Yeah,
what's the word? I suck at explaining this. If you're in a privileged position where people are following you and you have influence, even over just a few hundred people or 1,000 people, I'm certainly no Beyonce or Ed Sheeran. Like, I'll never get to that level, and I'm fine with that. I'm so content and happy with the place I am in life.
yeah,
And there's a couple of thousand people that are willing to get behind me and march into whatever war I want to run into. And this is just a good example. The generosity is more the action. I simply pull the trigger on it, and
yeah,
and the people that are behind me really make the difference.
yeah.
And I sincerely mean that. I try to do things and give back where I can. I think there's a responsibility to it. If you are in the public eye and people value your opinion and are willing to get behind you, then I think we all have a responsibility to do some good stuff,
Yep, absolutely.
for no other reason than it's going to help other people.
Exactly.
When
Yeah.
I was coming up through country music, talent quests and all that, there'd always be someone willing to drive me to a gig or drive me to a
Yeah.
talent quest before I could drive, and
Yeah.
help me out. Or yourself. The first time I met you, we were at
Mhm.
Fourth Pub, and I met you that day, and you're like, I can
Yeah.
sell you merch, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
Great.
thank you so
Easy.
much. It's just be a nice person, and
Yeah.
the best thing that I ever got told in my life was something that my mother wrote in my 21st birthday card. And when I was 21, I was pretty cocky, and I'd walk around and think I was pretty good, and be playing with my band. I had a country band and a rock band doing different gigs at the time, and these were days when you start to believe your own bullshit, and I must have thought I was pretty good. And my mum wrote something in my birthday card when I was 21, and it said, "Always remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice." And
Absolutely.
it
Wow.
never left me. It
That
never
is
left me.
so perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's something that I've tried to tried to live by, that simple phrase now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do what you can when you can.
Yes. Now, there was a question from Karen. She wanted to know how she can get a T-shirt, please. And Debbie has wonderfully popped in the website with the link as well of where to go. So,
The
um,
t the Oz Music T-shirts are now well, you can buy one, but you won't get it in time for
Monday,
Oz Music
Friday.
T-shirt day.
Yeah.
So I've actually taken them off the website for now, because I don't want to have people emailing me that didn't turn up in time. So
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, you're welcome to buy one, but you won't have it arrive in time for the Oz Music T-shirt day. So I'll put them back up again tomorrow and change the
Absolutely.
description. But I
That's
just want
good
to
to
make
say.
sure that
Your
I want to make
description.
sure when they go back up that it's clear that these are no longer going to be arriving in time. But yeah, you can still
You
buy
can
them,
still
and,
put
and we'll
one,
still donate the
and
money.
Yeah, and the money will still go, but you can still purchase one, and then you can wear whatever T-shirt you've got home that's Australian music. You don't have to wait. You can wear another one. But it is such a good, as Jan just said, it's a good advice from your mum. Absolutely, it's really good advice. Actually,
hey Jan, I seen Jan yesterday. She was on the boat cruise in Brisbane on the wobbly river bender.
Yes, she was, and Jan's got a very big week coming up, so we are thinking of Jan. I was only talking to Jan the morning the morning before she went to your cruise. Yeah, I was having a bit of a chat. So we're thinking of you, Jan. And Karen has said, can you please, pop them back up, and she'll look at getting a T-shirt.
Okay. Yeah, tomorrow I'll put them back up.
Excellent. Now, this album that you've released, because you haven't got to tour it, have you been using this time writing for the next one, even though you haven't really rolled out this first one?
Yeah, I've written a couple of songs throughout COVID, but it's more like a mad professor's Post-it note. Like there's in my phone, I've got an app called Post-it, and there are just so many ideas and just single lines of songs that I've been thinking of. So not a lot of complete. I haven't really sat down to think about writing entire songs or anything. I've enjoyed being home a lot more and just being present around my wife and doing things together and making gardens and painting and whatever the hell we want to do. And so I've been trying to do that. After 5 or 6 years of giving all of my time to the road, it's been nice to reconnect like that. So when I get ready to start thinking about new music, I've definitely got a lot of ammo there. Or as we say, I got a lot of clay. I got a lot of clay that I need to start molding and working into songs. There's a lot of inspiration, and there's a lot of ideas that I've written down and different phrases and thoughts. And it'll make for interesting music.
It will. It's going to be exciting, and I don't know. It's changed. COVID has definitely changed how we do music now, but also how we record it and how everything comes together. So it's going to be a whole new process for everyone. I think it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you keep seeing me look down, I've got a lot of people that know me. I've got a couple of dash hounds, little dogs, and we're getting some thunder and a storm here. This one here is absolute chicken shit. She's hey Darcy, you all right, darling? Yeah, she's pretty scared. She's laying on my feet.
Are they normally indoors or are they normally out?
Yeah, they live inside. They run this house. If I'm lucky, I get to sleep in my bed.
Yes. Yeah. I have cats that do that. The dog is usually outside, and I don't know if you can hear the cat screaming at the door because it's shut. Good. He's not happy. I know we were talking about mostly Tassie shows tonight, but there's been a lot of people pop in and say that they're looking forward to seeing you in Tamworth, and that they saw you yesterday. And it was great to see you in a brilliant performance, which is very exciting. And Cindy said Darcy.
Darcy.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
No problem.
Again, people can get tickets through your website at the moment, through the links on Facebook.
Well, in the case of Mathena, you've got to ring up and book them. There's no online thing, so I know a couple of people have been confused about that, but
you can message Mathena Club on
Facebook. And they will sort it out for you. But make no mistake, we're coming. The restrictions are gone. And for everyone tuning in from Queensland, I see a lot of Queenslanders in here tonight. The 28th of November at Kalanga. We're just waiting on the final tick of approval to announce more tickets there since the announcement that we're allowed to go to 100% now. So that was a previously sold out show, but it's looking likely, not confirmed yet, but it's looking very likely that we'll have some more tickets to sell there. And that'll also apply to Miami Marquetta down at the Gold Coast. And, of course, Country at the Beach on Saturday the 5th. That'll just be exactly as per last year. For anyone that's got reservations, wondering what the vibe's going to be like, you can come to the show, you can stand up, you can drink standing up, you can come down to the front of the stage, exactly as per last year. So it's going to be wild. How fantastic. It's just... And then Tassie. You've got a year. You've got this last bit of your year. We're trying to cram a lot in there, all of these gigs have been rescheduled from, so much further down. And I'm really excited. I'm buzzed about the next month ahead, We got the 2 gigs down in Tassie. We got Country at the Beach, a couple of things around southeast Queensland, going to Canberra, playing the South Coast at Illawarra. So, man,
What
and
day
then into
is
the
your
new
last?
year, it's the
What
last
day?
gig is the Sunday before Christmas. So we're cramming it. We're working right up until the deadline here.
But hey, it's been worth it. You know, the wait that you've had, and now this is just going to be great. You're going to be
Yeah.
exhausted again. All that rest you've just had,
I
that's
know, it's
gone.
good. We'll have Christmas and then I'll head up to Foster and sit on the sandbar and try and catch some flathead. Pull a couple of 2.8 meter dogs in. It'll be good.
Sounds fantastic. Well, thank you so much, everybody. Remember, tomorrow have a look, grab a t-shirt for Oz Music T-shirt Day, and if you want tickets for any of the shows, jump onto Travis's website and Mathina Club on Facebook if you haven't got them. If you really can't find them, you're welcome to send us a message and I can help you out with the Mathina tickets if you have trouble finding it. But jump in and grab them because it's going to be great. Thanks, everybody.
Mathina, Mathina is actually shaping up to be quite a little festival. I know that the BB's Country Bus is on its way. It's going to go down there for it now.
Yes.
And it's going to be...
And it's all ages.
It's all ages. Outdoor in the car park and summertime. Summertime in Tassie outside. Come on. Yeah. What do you want?
Bring your mosquito stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be big. So head over, grab your tickets, and make sure if you haven't already heard the new album, get on and listen to it so you know what to say. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, Benny.
We'll see you again very soon in a couple of weeks, 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, counting down the days, man.
We'll see you guys later.